I really thought this was normal, but so many people are telling me I'm a witch for not doing so that it's starting to mess with my head, to be honest. I recently received a house. My grandmother passed away and left her 2 houses to my sister and me. We sat down and between the 2 of us decided that she should have the bigger house as she's married and has 2 kids and another on the way, while I would move into the smaller 2-bedroomed house. My sister's husband has been added to the title of her house as he helped her pay the tax on it. I could pay the tax on mine by myself as it was cheaper due to being smaller. My boyfriend, 3 years, didn't contribute financially towards it, so I didn't think to put him on the title. We had a housewarming party last weekend, and his parents came up to me towards the end of the night. They were going on about how lucky boyfriend and I were to be able to live someone like this rent-free, and it gives us such a head start in life, and they were very appreciative that I'd given half the house to my boyfriend. I corrected them that I hadn't, and he wasn't on the title but was welcome to live with me and not pay rent, so that he had more money to put towards his studies. We're both master's students. They immediately became very judgmental, saying that I was being unfair not putting his name on the title, and that clearly I didn't expect the relationship to last, I didn't trust him, etc. I said they were unfair and he wasn't entitled to half of my family's house and then walked away. Now numerous family members have messaged him and me saying I'm a witch and I don't trust him and tell him to watch out because clearly I don't love him, etc. I brought it up with him on Monday and he said he feels like it's a sign I don't trust him. So I said I wouldn't add a man to the title unless we were married, and he paid for half of the rates. He says that he feels like I'm blackmailing him into getting married. I said I wasn't, I just wouldn't want to make a massive commitment like giving him half my house without some commitment from him, and he said to just drop it because we're never going to agree, so let's just leave it so we don't argue. So, am I the idiot here? LOL, not the idiot. Greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. Your grandmother passed away and left you her home. Your boyfriend is not entitled to a damn thing. Your sister chose to add her husband to the title because he has accepted financial responsibility for their shared family home. Why on earth would you add someone you're dating to the title of your home and give him 50% equity in a home you inherited? The key phrase here, numerous members of his family have messaged me. Your boyfriend did not contribute to the house and it's your inheritance. He should be happy that he doesn't have to pay rent. The vast majority of the adult world still has to make payments in the form of rent or a mortgage while he gets a gravy train. If he's not happy with the very generous offer you've given him, kick him out. He will add to the wear and tear of the home that is your responsibility to upkeep. Block his family. Exactly about his family asking. Of course they'd be stupid if they didn't try to milk this in favor of their family member. Notice it's not your family, OP. You're not married to him. Even if you were, he should be able to respect whether you add him or not, as it's an inheritance. Please do yourself a favour and do not, under any circumstances, add this dude to the house, married or not. Or if you get married, at least don't add him initially. Don't get into a state where you're the one who has half a house to lose should he decide all of a sudden he wants to be married and then run. Please don't do this to yourself. The fact that he didn't defend her from them is a big sign. Even if he disagreed with them, and he's wrong in this case, he needs to be able to step up and tell them to mind their own business. I think OP should heavily consider a prenup. If people overreact to that, then maybe you shouldn't get married yet, or ever. I, 32 female, have a son called Toby, pre-tween. Toby has juvenile arthritis. Sometimes he has to use a cane, sometimes he doesn't, but overall there are many high-activity things he can't do because it's in his knees. We do our best to give him a wider scope, but there will always be certain things he can't do, and we've accepted that. I have 4 siblings, all of whom have at least one child. My parents decided they wanted to take me, them, my siblings, our kids and our spouses on a family trip, which they're going to plan out certain activities, etc. We had a group chat for the trip, so people were sending their idea suggestions there. There was some stuff Toby couldn't do, but I didn't expect him to be able to do everything anyway. When they made the final schedule, most of them didn't accommodate Toby. Rock climbing, abseiling, hiking, orienteering and cliff jumping. This really annoyed me because they're aware of the fact Toby has an illness, and there were plenty of other activities that we all could have done. There were more activities that he was able to do than ones he wasn't, yet it's like they chose every sport in the damn book that he was incapable of. I told them that the fact that they booked all of this without even consulting me first or considering my son shows that this trip wasn't worth it and that I wouldn't be going. My husband agrees with me on this front since he was only going for Toby anyway. I've been called selfish and immature, that it's a family trip and it's about spending time with each other and having fun, that there were other things Toby could do, about 2 things, so I feel the need to clarify. I'm not annoyed that they chose high-activity sports. I'm annoyed that the majority of what they decided on are high-activity sports. I told them I hope they enjoyed their trip, but I'll be doing something else with Toby. They've been consistently messaging me, saying I'm spoiling the fun and taking family time away from Toby and everyone else. I don't know, I don't think I'm in the wrong, but I want some outsider perspective. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. You're taking family time away from Toby while they choose all the activities he's unable to do? Right. It would have been a lot of fun for your poor child to watch others do stuff he cannot do. Every child likes to be excluded, right? They love being the outsider, right? Sarcasm, of course. I think you did the right thing. If it was about spending time together and having fun as a family, they should have tried to find something to do. Instead, they choose to book things that would exclude your little family. That's what I would call selfish. Toby will not have fun watching his cousins have fun while sitting along the sidelines. So what family time are they talking about there? They could have put a little thought about his needs into their plans and chose not to, so they don't get to guilt-trip you for not going. Protect your son. How much fun would he have on this trip? I'm guessing none. What is he expected to do while they're off doing things he can't? If it were truly a family trip as they claim, all family members would be included and accommodated. You, your son, and your husband should plan a trip with just the 3 of you that you can enjoy. This happened 2 months ago, but he's still furious over it. I'm a 45-year-old female. I love my oldest son, but he's nearly an adult and acts like it. Our family rotates chores, cooking, dishes, and cleaning common areas are done by each family member on different days. Unfortunately, my son hates chores and always tries to half-idiot it to get out of doing it. It's been a constant battle. Dishes are the worst. He overpacks the dishwasher, so the dish detergent can't get on the dishes. It just catches on whatever pan he shoved in front. He also doesn't rinse the dishes, so they come out dirty and caked in food. If we want to eat the day after he does dishes, we end up having to hand wash them. He doesn't care. Any attempt to talk to him is met with a little smirk, and he would say, "But the dishwasher sanitized it." He knows exactly what he's doing. The day after his night to do dishes, I went to cook dinner. All the dishes were in the dishwasher still, filthy. I'd worked all day. I was exhausted. I honestly teared up seeing this BS. I didn't have the energy to make dinner, let alone do an entire load of dishes first, so I quietly called hubby in and he offered to hand wash the needed dishes. Light bulb moment. I told him, yes please, but only enough dishes for preparing the food and serving everyone but teen son. So I made dinner and called the kiddos to eat. Son sat down and saw his setting was empty. He asked where his plate and silverware and water cup were. I pointed to the dishwasher and said, "Tonight you'll be eating off the dishes you did. Go pick them out." He went pale and started protesting that it was gross. I quickly cut him off and reminded him that the dishwasher sanitized them. Hubby backed me up. If he wants to eat tonight, he will eat off his dishes. He huffed and said he'd wash some, and I said, "Nope, you had your chance to get them clean last night. Eat off them as they are, or don't eat tonight." He yelled and said he'd make his food, but I said no. Eventually he relented, found the least disgusting dishes, and ate his dinner quietly. I felt bad, he looked so sick and disgusted, but I was sick of him wasting time and water and detergent. And it worked. His dishes came out spotless after, not a speck. But like I said, he's still furious, and I do feel bad now that it's over and done with. I'm just sick of the weaponized incompetence. He doesn't realize his laziness screws over everyone else in the house. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot, and I think you handled this beautifully. However, I disagree with you on the following. He doesn't realize that his laziness screws over everyone in the house. He knows, he just doesn't care. OP, you probably should have done this long ago. If he doesn't experience consequences, he's not going to grow up and be less selfish. And he's at an age where this will not be typical or understandable behavior very soon. Agreed. The fact that OP and her husband have gotten into the habit of cleaning the dishes after their son failed to clean them properly means he was never learning his lesson. Instead, he learned that even when I do something wrong, my parents will have to fix my mistake because they have to eat as well. What OP did was brilliant because he's nearly an adult. and it's time to learn how to do things correctly. The fact that he somehow figured out how to do dishes correctly overnight shows he knows how to do them, but was being purposely obtuse about it. Good job, OP. I, 21 male, have been planning and saving to go on vacation to a popular vacation spot with my girlfriend since senior year when we first started dating. I've been saving money for years to give me and her the best possible experience. Finally, I have the money to book the trip now, and after planning, I've also decided I want to propose to her when we went, so I bought her birthstone with diamonds going around the ring. I put the ring on my dresser, and I saw my mom wearing it about a week ago. She thought it was a gift for her because it was her birthstone. I took the ring back and explained my plan. She was sorry and very happy for my girlfriend and me. Then she asked when the proposal would happen to clear her calendar. I was confused and told her a week after my girlfriend's birthday. Anyway, I forgot about her asking when 2 days ago she asked me did I book the trip. I said yeah. Then she asked questions like when the plane was leaving, what hotel, what we planned on doing, etc. I told her everything, and she asked whether I booked an extra room for her. I told her no and asked why she thought I would. Well, she said because that's also her birthday month and because it's such an important moment in my life and she wants to be there. An argument happened afterward, ending with her telling me I don't appreciate and love her and that I'm a terrible son. She called my aunts crying. One of my aunts also posted about sons hating their mothers on Facebook, and my mom commented about me. I'm honestly so stressed about the situation. I understand wanting to be there for such an important moment, but I also want it to be my girlfriend and me. I also can't talk about this to anyone, since the majority of my friends and close family know my girlfriend, so help me, strangers of the internet. Am I the idiot? Edit, I grew up with my dad because my mom left us to go to the US. She brought me over when I was 12. Not the idiot. Your mom is making this about her, but it isn't. It's about you and your girlfriend. She had already just taken the ring. She assumes way too much. You don't want this to continue, so you must lay some boundaries. The first is that she can't come with you guys on the trip. She needs to back off. She's your mum, not your other girlfriend. If you let this continue, your girlfriend is always going to be competing with your mum. It will only get worse if you guys decide to have kids. And why, when OP is 21, is she going through his room to find the ring on the dresser in the first place? She just went into OP's room and took the ring, assuming it was hers, and then wants to go on the engagement vacation. What the heck? Not to mention her birthday month. Even little kids don't get birthday months. OP's mum needs to learn some serious boundaries. Wow, dude, your mum. Run. No one sees a damn diamond ring in their son's drawer and thinks it's for them. Heck no. Weird. No sane mum demands to go on their engagement vacation either. And she'll 100% wear white to your wedding. Run. I know it's your mum and all, but you do better with dad. Kinda roll with that. I kinda feel like he's underreacting. No sane mom of an adult son with a girlfriend thinks that a diamond ring on his dresser is for the mom. And even if you do, which is insane, you just take it? You don't wait for your son to, give you the engagement ring? Yuck. It's so bizarre I can't get past that detail. I just have to assume anyone who thinks like this is insane. I know it sounds strange, and I don't think I'm the idiot, but I need other people's opinion on this. My spoiled high school dropout brother married his wife, same qualifications, this year. They're both 19. I'm 23, by the way. Long story short, my brother's hag of a mother-in-law wants a grandkid as soon as possible, so she manipulated them into getting married, and my stupid mother went along with it. My new sister-in-law is expecting now, so I'm pretty sure my theory is correct. No, I don't care that I'm being disrespectful. We're not well off, not at all. My father suddenly became a coward and didn't talk my brother and mother out of it. He talked me out of the college I wanted to attend, though, because of the tuition fees back in the day. To pay for the wedding, my father has gotten a loan from my uncle, his brother, and he now wants the money back. My parents sat me down a few days ago and told me that they have no money to spare, too much debt to get a loan from an actual bank, and since my brother and sister-in-law are so young and expecting, they can't pay back my uncle either. That leaves only me. Apparently, because I don't have debt, no baby is coming anytime soon, but since I have savings and a job, I owe it to my family to take out a loan and hand it to my uncle. I didn't say a word, just laughed in their faces and left. I've been receiving a bunch of texts and calls from my family to save them financially, but I won't. I don't know. Either I live in a different reality or they do. No, it's not a cultural thing or anything. So, am I the idiot for refusing to take out a loan for my family? Not the idiot. Dear Lord, this is a mess. If no one can afford to pay for this wedding, what will they do about the baby? Other than keep coming to you for loans they will never pay back. Hold firm this is not your problem to solve and refuse to discuss it further. If you have to take out a substantial loan to throw a lavish wedding, you do not have the money for that type of wedding. So maybe, just maybe, any money they have should be going to this baby instead. Laughing in their faces is the correct response to such an absurd question. But OP, please tell me you're the only person who has access to your savings, that is locked down and they can't borrow or steal it from you. Update your passwords and don't stay logged into online banking on computers. Yes, please do this. Your parents indeed have or can quickly get your social security number, date of birth, past addresses and employment history, which is probably all they would need to open credit in your name. This was a crazy request from your parents, and even if you think they'd never actually steal from you, even if they believe that themselves, being broke and desperate can make people do strange things. Exactly. If they know your social security number, they can likely take out credit in your name, and then you'll be screwed because they won't pay it back and you won't even know. Pretty sure it takes like 10 minutes. You call the big reporting agencies, I think it's 3 big ones, and they lock it or go online. Easy process to reverse too once you're ready to use it to get a loan for a home or school, car, whatever. Their financial stupidity is not your responsibility. They should work out a payment plan for your uncle on their own.